Here we go. All right. Let's see our module. Let's see our module. Shalom means to Israel. The poem Hakadam, which means face to east. We'll get this prayer started. Adonai, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shinkat, Yahweh, Malakothka, Dara'ah, Batazai, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazai, Kawa, Hayah, Hashemayim, Lathamba Nawa, Lakam, Kal, Yuam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tariai Nawa, Walasayawan, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kayalaka, Hamalakwaf, Wahala, Wahapirath, Amen. And in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. I'm going to cut the power. Yahweh Shemi Shai, Baba Kusha, Nathela Nawa, Hakat, La Rapa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakat, La Tahar, Hamatazarian, Hakat, La Hakriam, Hamathiam, Hakat, Al Rakawaf, Hamata'ala, Lagarsham, Bahashibi Hawashai, the water of mud. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to hear all manner of sickness, and the power to hear all, the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. I'm going to bless Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Barak now, Wayasharala, Wahaya Bayat, Safaria, Barak, Rapa'ah, Bagan, Hagan, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the water of mud. In English, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect. The Price family, the Randall family, the Davis family, the Buck family, the Warren family. We got the Fain family, the Gee family, the Quarles family, the Lawrence family, the Williams family, the Lewis family, the Gibson family, and the Howard family. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. In the Hebrews, Salakia, Asha'ah, Ayaya, Al-Hahari, Ma'ayan, Naba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratiza, Al Yathan, Mamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Anah, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yaishan, Shamar, Yashamala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Zalka, Al Yad, Yamika, Yahawam, Yahamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarat, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Ra, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Afka, Wabu Afka, Wa'ait Al Walam. All right, in English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from the power, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. All right, we'll Psalm 83. Alahayat, Al-Dami Al-Akad, Thakarash, Wa'al Tashakwat, Kayahana, Awiyabika, Yahama Yawam, Ra'ash, Al-Andakat, Ya'arin Yamwa, Sawadah, Wayatha Ya'ikazwa, Al-Tazapun Wan Yaka, Amarwa, Lagawa, Wanakakidan, Magalia, Wala'a Yazakar, Shum Yasharala, Iwada, Kaya, Na'itazwa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al-Yaka, Waryat, Yakaratha, Alahayat, Al-Wam, Wayashimai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagari, Gabal, Wa'anawan, Wa'anala, Palashat, Ayushaya, Tazawar, Damasha War, Nalawa, Imam, Ayawa, Zero Y, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamagit, Kasiyah, Sarah Kayamian, Monikal, Kwayashwan, Nashimadwa, Ba'ayanda Ara, Ayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatama, Nadabya Mawa, Ka'ara, Walkers the out, walkers the back, walker Tazar, Mana I, Kal Nasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amara, Nayurasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayat, Alahayat, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kukwash, Naponya Rawaka, Ka'ash, Tawa'iri Ira, Wakala Haba, Dalahat, Hariyam, Khan, Teradama, Basa Irika, Wabasawa Pasta, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kualawam, Waya Bakwashwa, Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waya Bahawa, Ai, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Kayata, Shemka, Yahweh, Labaka, Al Yanawam, Kal Al Kaha Arataza. All right, in the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, and as to Sarah, and as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dawn for the earth. Make their nobles like Horeb, and like to Eb. Yea, all the princes as Zebah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh.
Sorry, I don't know that.
O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right, sorry, which means turn. Which means be seated. All right. Get this out of the way. We left off at Numbers, starting at Numbers 20 and 3. Numbers 23, we're going to do it in Hebrew and then go back over in English. So, Numbers chapter 20, verse 3. Wayarab, Haim, Aim, Masha, Waya Amara, La Amar, Wala Wa, the Aina what, Bada Y, Akinawa, La Panya, Yahweh, Wala Ma, Haba Thumb, Ath, Kwa Ha, Yahweh, All, Hamadabar, Hazah, Lama Wath, Shum, Anak Nawa, Waba I Yar Nawa, verse 5. Wala Ma Ha'ala Yath Nawa, Mama Tazarium, Lahabaya'a, Athnawa, All, Hamakwa Wam, Harai, Hazah, La'a, Makwawam, Zerai, Wa Athna, Wagapan, Waramawan, Wamayam, Yan, Lashata Wath, verse 6. Waya Ba'a, Masha, Haran, Ma Punya, Hakwa Ha, Patak, Ha, Mawa Aid, Waya Paul, Al, Punyaham, Waya Ra'a, Kabawad, Yahweh, Al Yaham, verse 7. Waya Dabar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La'amar. Okay. All right, Numbers 23.
It's gonna be I think it's the second to the fifth month, but because they had no funds for it, just go to people now.
Okay, number 23. And the people chode with Moses and spake, saying, would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord. And we have ye, and why have ye brought up the congregation of the Lord into the wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there?
Yeah.
And wherefore have ye made us come up out of Egypt to bring us into this evil place? This is no place of seed, or of figs, or of vines, or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink. And verse 6, and Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces. And glory of the Lord appeared upon them. Verse 7.
27.
Verse 27. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, take the rod and gather thou assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. And verse 9, and Moses took the rod from before the Lord, as he commanded him. So back to verse 3, and the people
Go ahead. You can bring it up more.
And the people chose Moses and spake, saying, would God that we had died, would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord. And why have we brought up the congregation of the Lord into the wilderness, that we and our cattle should die? So basically saying, the people were saying that, Lord, you have brought us here. Why have you brought us into this wilderness so we can die here? Hey, after Moses bringing them out of Egypt, to the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
And wherefore have you made us come up out of Egypt to bring us into this wilderness, to this evil place? It is no place of seed. So they were saying, this place is not going, we're not going to be able to get nothing from this land,
Mm-hmm.
or the figs, or the vines, or pomegranates. Neither is there any water to drink. So they's complaining about, not having any food. This land is not going to nourish us. If we plant figs and vines and pomegranates, we're not going to get nothing, because it's just a wilderness of just dry. The ground was basically like dry, what they were saying, and they're not going to be able to, nourish themselves being in this, what they was calling an evil place. And Moses and Aaron, this is verse 6, and Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces and gloried the Lord, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. So when they went to speak to the Most High, and worship the Most High, and they fell on their faces, which got down on their knees, and glory of the Lord appeared unto them. Verse 7, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, take the rod and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth water. So the Lord was saying, when they fell to the knees, and the Lord came upon them, the Spirit of the Lord came upon them, telling them to, Aaron and Moses, hit this rock,
Mm-hmm.
and thou shalt bring forth water. Thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So the Lord was saying, this is basically a commandment, telling them this is what you need to do to bring forth water, so the people can have something to drink. So, and then it says, so thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. So, the Lord was Lord put the Spirit on them, and was basically was going to nourish them by Moses and Aaron striking this rock so they can get drink, you know what I'm saying? So they have something to drink. You know, this was a blessing from the Lord, you know what I'm saying, to nourish his people, you know, that was out in the wilderness from what they was complaining. Basically, what they were saying, you know, they didn't have anything, no food. This land is not going to give us any food, drink, or water, whatever. So after the Lord told Moses and Aaron to strike this rock so they can have water, in verse 9, and Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. So they just followed the instruction of the Lord. So, you know, they would get this blessing from the Lord, basically. Go back to Hebrew, starting at verse 10, Numbers chapter 20, verse 10. Yeah, verse 10. Waya kwa hawa masha waya haran af hakwa ha panya hatalai waya amar laham shamaiwa na Hamaryan, Haman, Hasalai, Haza, Nawataza, yeah, Lakam, Mayam, verse 11, Wayamar, Masha, Al, Yadwa, Wayak, Ath, Hatalai, Ramatawa, Pa'ayim, Wayatazawa, Mayam, Rabyam, Watashaf, Ha'aida, Yarma, verse 12, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Wa'al, Aharon, Ya'ain, La'a, Ha'amantam, Baya, Lahaquada, Yashanya, Ra'ayan, Ayanya, Yanya, Banyam, Basharala, Bakan, Ba'a, Dabaya Awa, Af, Aqua Ha, Hazar, Al, Oh, Ha'arataza. Which is Ashar, Nathanya, Laham, verse 13. Hama, Maya, Mara Yaba, Ashar, Rabwa, Manyam, Yasharala, Ath, Yahweh, Waya Kwadash, verse 14, Waya Shalak, Mashah, Mala Akim, Makwadash, Al, Malak, Adawam, Ka, Amar, Akyaka, Yasharala, Ata, Yada, Ath, Kel, Hatala, Ashar, Mataza'ath, Noah. 15, Waya Radwa, Abathya Noah. Matazar Yawam, Matazar Yama, Wana Shab, Bama Tazarium, Yawamyam, Rab Yam, Waya Rawa, Waya Raiwa, Lana Wa, Matazarium, Wala Abathya Nawa. Verse 16. Wana Tazai, Ike, El, Yahweh, Maya Shemai, Kwanawa, Kwanawa, Waya Shalak, Mala'ak, Waya Tazah Noah, Mama Tazaria, Yahweh, Wahana, Not Noah, Bakwadash, Ayar, Kwa Tazah, Daba Walk. All right, Numbers chapter 20, verse 10. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said unto them, Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock?
Can you read that one again real quick?
Okay. Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said unto them, Hear now, ye rebels.
What do you call them?
Hear now, ye rebels.
Ye rebels. These brothers were rebelling against Moses. In reality, they were rebelling against the Lord. This is the opposite of what they teach you in the IUIC, where they say you in rebellion if you go against your oppressor.
Right.
No, IUIC, you're in rebellion. You're in rebellion against who the Lord put over you in the nation of Israel.
Right.
These people were in rebellion against Moses and against the Lord. So, go ahead.
Must ye fetch you water out of this rock?
Right. The Lord is able to get water out of a rock. The Lord also said he could take a rock and raise up the nation of Israel out of a rock. He can do whatever he wants with whatever he wants. He's the Most High. Keep going.
Verse 11. And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water came out, abundantly,
Right.
and the congregation drank, and their beasts also.
Right. It just wasn't a little amount. It was an abundant amount, enough for all of the brothers and sisters there to drink the water and the animals to drink the water. You know, this brought them back to life, basically. You know, you can go without eating for 40 days, but you can't make it past a week without water. So this was definitely necessary for them and the animals. Keep going.
Verse 12, Numbers chapter 20, verse 12. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believed me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the congregation of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them.
Good night. It's so you can almost, it's such a small thing in a common man's eyes to see what happened here that you might skip over it. But what Moses did was a great offense in the Lord's eyes. And that's where he said in at the end of verse 10, and you go to hear now, you rebels. Verse 10.
Hear now, you rebels. Must we fetch?
Who?
Hear now, you rebels. Must we fetch?
He said, must we fetch you water out of this rock? That's where Moses effed up. That's where he went wrong. He said that we're going to do it. In reality, it was the Lord that was going to do it. It was the Lord that gave him the power to do these things. So when you drop back down to verse 12.
Okay, the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believe me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them.
Right. This stopped Moses from even seeing the promised land, from even seeing the land of milk and honey, because he messed up and he didn't give credit to the Most High God for the thing that he had done. He tried to take credit himself. Keep going.
Okay, verse 13. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and he was sanctified in them. Verse 14. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus said thy brother Israel, thou knowest all the travail that has befallen us. Verse 15. How our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time. And the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. Verse 16. And when we cried unto the Lord, he heard our voice and sent an angel, and has brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we were in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border.
All right.
Verse 17. Let's see.
Take a shot at it in Hebrew. 17 to what?
20.
Okay. All right. The book of Numbers, chapter 20 and verse 17. In the Hebrew, Na'abara, Ba'aratazaka, La'a, Na'aibar, Bashada, Babakaram, Wala'a, Nashata, Maya, Ba'ar, the rock, Hamalak, Nalak, La'a, Nathana, Yawamanya, Washama, Wala, Wo, Asherah, Na'a, Abar, Gabalka, verse 18, Waya Amor, Al Yawa, Adawam, La'a, Ta'ibor, Baya, Pan, Bakwa, Ra, Atazah, Lakwa, Ra'athka. Verse 19. Waya Amorwa, Aliyawa, Banyam. Yasha Rala, Bama Salah, Na'ala, Ya Mayam Yaka, Nashatha, Anya, Wamakwaya, Walatha, Ya Makwaram, Rakwa, Rak, Ayan, Debor, Baragalia, Ibara. Verse 20. Waya Amor, La'a, Ibar, Waya Tazah, Adawam, Natha, Ath, I Bara, Salakia, Yasharala, Ibar. Is that right? Bagwa, Bagalwa, Baga, Bagawa, Wayath, Yasharala, Ma'ala, Yawa. Verse 22. Waya Sa'iwa, Makwadash, Waya Baal, Banyam, Yasharala, Kal, Ha'ida, Har, Hahar. Verse 23. Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Wa'al, Aharan, Ba'ar, Hahar, Al, Gabawal, Rataza, Adawam, La'amar. All right.
So like about me, just to go back over that Numbers 20 and 10, where it says, "Must we fetch water out of this rock?"
Mhm.
And see, and that's a heavy statement right there, because a lot of us, you know, even like when we go into our Savior or get something, you know what I'm saying, people don't realize this is the Lord giving you, you know what I'm saying, what you get. Just like it says,
Right.
you know, in that verse, you know what I'm saying. A lot of us think we just doing it on our own, you know.
Right.
You know, we just, yeah, I got to do this and, you know, and this and that. And, you know, yes, you know, I'm doing all this. No, this is the Lord giving you this.
Mhm.
You understand? And that's what, you know, so that's like I said, that's a heavy statement right there. And that kind of changed, just like you said, it kind of changed Moses from even getting into the promised land
Right.
just by, you know what I'm saying, not knowing what the Lord gives us and not appreciating, you know, the things that, you know what I'm saying, that he's, you know what I'm saying, giving us this blessing. You understand?
That's
So
right.
a lot of people, you know, you gotta kind of understand. And I was mentioning that to somebody, like, you know what I'm saying. That's why in the ISUBK, you know, we thankfully said, you know what I'm saying, Most High in Christ. You understand? Because
Right.
it is the Lord giving us this. It's not us getting it because it's what we think we doing. You know, He's blessing us and giving the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, to have that blessing. But like I said, we kind of fall back on everything that we get is you know, is basically coming from us, and we not just, you know, we just, it's like we just, it's you and nobody else, you know.
Mhm.
So that's the next thing I should bring up that.
No sweat. Matter of fact, let me pull a precept real quick. I ain't trying to get too far off, but going on topic of what you're saying, that's reminds me of Genesis 1. Let me see, Genesis. Okay, Genesis chapter 3 and verse 4.
Okay.
Verse 3, real quick, just
Genesis 3 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 3. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden,
Mm-hmm.
God has said, ye shall not eat of it,
Right.
neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die.
Right. This is what the Lord told Adam and Eve not to eat, not to go and be like these other nations, not to partake in what they do. Keep going.
Verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die.
Right. Someone came along and lied to the sister.
Right.
And said that this is good. She didn't understand what getting high meant, but this serpent convinced her to get high,
Right.
and that getting high is not wrong. Celebrating Christmas is not wrong.
Right.
What else do the heathens do? Eating pork, there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. They come and convince you to disobey your God and tell you that no, there will be no consequences for it. Keep going.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. For God doth know that in that day ye eat thereof,
Mm-hmm.
then ye in your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Right, your eyes will be open and you will be as gods. That's the same thing. When you take accountability for doing something, you want to be the one that gets the credit. You put yourself in the place of God.
Okay.
And that's what the serpent's been trying to get us to do since the beginning of time. And if you not aware lately, especially it seemed like a few years ago, everyone wanted to be a god.
Right.
And I'm the rap god. I'm the trap god.
Right.
I'm the this guy. Like, you a god, I'm a god. We all gods. Everybody wants to be a god or the most high. And that is, is extremely evil to do.
Right.
And Moses didn't even come out and say he was God. He just tried to take credit for what the Lord has done. Right. And you see the consequences of that. Right. So, when you put yourself in that, that was it for that, verse. But when you put yourself in that position, you in a dangerous position, trying to usurp the Lord's position in life. So,
it's a lot about that. Just you bringing back that precept and thinking about how Christians think of eating. They really think they eat fruit or something.
Right.
How crazy Christians be? Just like, yeah, he's really eating an apple.
It's really a snake talking.
Yeah. It's just crazy, boy. I'm like, wow. Hearing how they be like, oh God, I'm like, man, what is going on here?
That snake is the Pope.
Right.
That snake is your pastor. Exactly. The snake is Donald Trump. But your mind, you the enemy of all people is just a little snake on the ground slithering around.
Right.
No, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not that. That's what
they
want to believe. Right.
He done up his head. Now he talking to it. You like, right? Yeah, the snake was actually talking.
Right. Christians run around hating snakes and loving oppressors.
Right.
Oh, good night. Really, the snake is nothing wrong with the snake. I don't personally want one as a pet, but it's not unlawful. Right. And the snake is not evil. It's just an animal. Right. Just like a lion, just like a tiger. I was talking to the brother Tazabah yesterday, like, the Edomites love the eagles. Right. And we're like, yeah, the Judites, we the lions. F that eagle. And he like, nah, hold on, ain't nothing wrong with the eagle. The Lord made the eagle. The eagle's good. The oppressors just took the eagle and used it and made it evil to represent them, like the rainbow. Exactly. They made the rainbow something that was bad. But there's nothing wrong with the rainbow. There's nothing wrong with the eagle. And there's nothing wrong with the snake. Right. What's wrong with the world is your oppressor. You know what I mean? That's what's wrong. It's not this world. They want to have you. Because it said the woman will be enemy with the snake. Right. And they must, Christians should hate snakes, I guess.
I'm telling you.
They must run around, don't want to see it at the zoo or anything. What's a lot, you know?
All right, Numbers chapter 20, verse 17. Let us pass, I pray thee, through the country. We will pass through the fields, or we will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We go by the king's highway.
Right.
We will not turn to the right nor to the left until we have passed until we have passed thy borders.
Right. This is dealing with the children of Edom, the Edomites. So this is perfectly on point. You know, this is showing the character of Esau and showing the spirit of them. That when black people, we ask for something small, we don't even want to take anything from you. We just want to go and do our own thing. That's an offense to them. Right. Anything that we try to empower ourselves is still offensive to them.
Right.
We want to take a knee because we don't want the police to kill us, and they fire Colin Kaepernick. They turn him into an evil person.
Right.
We just ask for basic things. We come out and say Black Lives Matter, and that's offensive to them. You know what I mean? Just to say that our lives are important is offensive to the oppressor. It's the same way they asked to, you know, pass through his land. Going to King's Highway was offensive to these Edomites. Keep going.
Oh, good. Verse 18. And Edom said unto him, Thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword.
Right. You come out and ask for the police to stop killing you, we're going to spray you with the hose. We're going to put more dogs on you. We're going to do more things against you to harm you because you want to have basic respect as a human being. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what
Go ahead, please.
Like, you know, it's like getting stopped by the police every day. You know what I'm saying? You can just be walking down the street and the police going to pull over and ask you what you're doing.
Right.
You know, you can't even just be walking down the street peacefully. Now you know, what are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm walking down the street. And that, by that saying that happened to me when I was on my job.
I was just going to ask you if y'all know if you wanted to talk about that, but that I literally, that's what I was going to ask you. That made me think of that.
Man,
and was it an oppressor or was it a brother that was doing it?
It was an oppressor.
Damn.
I'm getting off of work.
Right.
And trying to go home.
Okay.
And I'm walking. I'm still on, because I worked at the VA hospital, so I'm still walking on VA property. Still got my work clothes on. You know, I still got my work uniform on.
Right.
And I'm just walking. He's going to pull up behind me. And, what are you doing? What do you mean, what am I doing?
Right.
Where are you going? What's the problem? Am I doing something? Yeah, you, what did he tell me? He said, I'm jaywalking.
Damn.
I said, what? I'm jaywalking.
In a parking lot. You in a parking lot?
Yeah, I'm still on VA grounds. You know, people walk across the, you know what I'm saying, the walkway all day, every day.
Right.
You know, what are you doing? You jaywalking. I said, I laughed because I was like, I know he can't be serious.
Right. Maybe trolling. They didn't use that word back. Right. But, you know, that's what it felt like, how he was being sarcastic, joking or something.
And he was like, yeah, you jaywalking. I said, yeah, what? Huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, you jaywalking. No, I'm not jaywalking, man. And then he go, what do you say? You know, then he gonna say, well, you know I can arrest you. I said, arrest me? Right. What? Huh? I'm just like befuddled, like,
right.
Where is this coming at? This is what the scripture is saying. You know, we just can't even be walking down somewhere, going home peacefully.
Right.
You know, ain't causing nobody no harm.
Right.
But all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you can't even walk down your own street. What is that, Lamentations?
Right. 4 and 18 around there somewhere, yep.
Man.
Can't go on our own streets.
Can't even go on our own streets.
They on our steps.
On our steps, boy. And that turned into turn around and put your hands behind you. What?
Right.
I was like, oh, man, I'm not doing that. I ain't did nothing. Oh, man. So that turned into a whole scene, and it just got so vicious after that point. But back to what you were saying.
If I may, not to cut you off, but that's how I show you how evil these bastards are.
Man.
He said, can you read verse 17 one more time?
No,
This is a very heavy thing that's going on with these devils.
Numbers chapter 20, verse 17. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through your fields.
Right. So even that, like growing up, my grandpa used to tell us, don't walk around with your hands in your pockets. I know you heard that before.
Right.
When you go in the store, you don't want the oppressors to think you doing what? Stealing.
Right.
You got your hands in your pockets. He's like, oh, he might put something in his pockets. He's stealing. We go out of our way to show them that we're doing right, and they still harass you. They still come up and ask you, you need some help? Or, what are you looking for? They want to make sure you're not doing anything against them. We telling them, we're not going to go through your fields because y'all going to think we stealing something. We go walk through your fields, and we can take some corn. We can take some, this or that, and eat it and keep moving. He said, no, we're not going to go through your fields.
Or through the vineyards.
Right.
Neither will we drink of the water of the wells.
Damn.
Man.
You know what I mean? Water, come on, man. Water's still been cheap up until recently.
Man. Now you can't collect rainwater now.
Damn. There you go. That's it, right? Same spirit.
Man.
They said, we're not even going to touch your water. We just want to walk through here. We just want to live.
Man.
And get to somewhere else. They're not asking for nothing.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even want to drink the water, man.
Right.
How much oppression that is. You know what I'm saying? It shows oppression back then in these days. You know what I'm saying? Being oppressed. We you know what I'm saying? We still oppress people, but this shows you how far it goes back.
Right.
Man. Okay, we will not. Let me see what
we will go by the king's high. Yeah, right there.
Either will we drink the water of the wells. Mm-hmm. We will go by the king's highway.
Right. So if I may, right there too, that's the Romans, all these different people, they had highways the same way today, where certain roads were just to pass through.
Right.
To go for long distance. If you need to make it from here to over there, you go on this highway, and that's how you get to the next destination. They flatted out these roads. You're not going through the town. You're not going through the neighborhoods where people live. It's just a road to get from a long distance. Just like we go from here down to EPA. You're going to get on 880. You're going to get on the highway. Right. You're not driving through the streets of East 14th and all this. You're not going to take that road through the neighborhoods and people's homes. You're just on the highway. That's the same thing they had. Yeah. They had the King's Road so they could do commerce and business with other nations. People coming from India, people come from over here, stuff like that. He didn't even want to let us go on something they let other people go on, basically, because they hated us that much. Other people were able to use this road. Keep going.
We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left until we have passed through thy borders.
Right. Yeah, you can keep going. And if you want to break something down, go ahead as well.
Okay. Verse 18, and Edom said unto him, thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword.
Right.
Verse 19, and the children of Israel said unto him, we will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for it.
Right, we'll even pay for it.
Man.
Give you money if our cattle, if our animals just so happen to drink your water, we need to drink some water, we're gonna pay for it, right? Keep going.
Well, I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. Verse 20, and he said, thou shalt not go through. And Edom came up against him with much people and with a strong hand. Verse 21. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border. Wherefore Israel turned away from him.
Right, and that's going, like you said, you see how far back it goes. You go all the way back to Jacob and Esau being in the womb.
Right.
They were fighting in the womb. We've always been two nations, two manner of people, and they've had what it says in Ezekiel, a perpetual hatred.
Man.
They hated each other in the womb.
Wow.
They got out the womb, hated each other.
Man.
They grew and started their own families, hated each other. You get down to Moses and his brothers coming out of Egypt. They've been in captivity 400 years trying to go back. The Edomites did not forget. They still hated the children of Israel. Whether it's 10 of y'all or 1,000 of y'all, they have a perpetual hatred for us. And it's not going to change it. So that would behoove us as Israelites to learn that there's nothing we can do to make them love us.
Right.
That's our big problem. We try to find a way to make them love and accept us, and it's not working because they have a perpetual hatred. So like,
right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of my man. That was what I was hearing on Clubhouse the other day.
Mhm.
Even if they kill us, you know what I'm saying, we still have, like somebody was saying, if they kill us, we still have to love them.
right.
When they even killing us, it's just sad to see how the brainwashing Christianity, the churches, you know, that we so-called want to go for sanctuary and get the word of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they giving you the word of the Lord is something that the Lord ain't given us. These people, these pastors gonna lie to you. That's just like when what's the white boy name went to the church?
Dylan Roof.
Dylan Roof went in there,
Right.
yeah, and killed all them people, you know. And the church turned around and said, "We must forgive him."
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, wow, we must forgive him. I was like, man, that don't make no sense. This book right here doesn't tell you, you know what I'm saying, that you have to love the people that's killing you. You know, in the scriptures it says what? I hate you with a perfect hatred.
Right.
Paraphrasing.
Right.
I hate you with a perfect hatred. You know what I'm saying? They killing your mother, your brother, your sister, your father. You know, and the Christian church will tell you, you still must love them.
Right.
No, the Lord ain't saying that you have to love somebody that's killing you. That's nonsense. Like I say, these Christian pastors have been lying to us. They've been lying to us for 35 years. These churches that General Malak said,
Right.
you know, the church has been lying to you for 35 years.
Right. Oh yeah. That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
That's what they made to do.
Right.
Is tell you lies and more lies,
Man.
and you eating it up.
Man.
And if I may add on to that, it's just these Edomites. Oh man, what did you just say? You said something that was so heavy as far as they go.
What we said part about
Go back a little bit. What you saying?
when these churches tell you that, you know what I'm saying, you must
Oh,
love
right.
your oppressor even though they're killing you.
Right. And they're the only ones that we have to love.
Right.
When you think about it, because it's okay for us to not like Hitler.
Right.
We don't have to love Hitler. We can hate Hitler just like they hate Hitler.
Right.
Go to war with Hitler, kill the Germans, kill the Nazis, and you be a hero. Who else can you hate or not love? You don't have to love the people in Vietnam. You can be a Christian and black, go to Vietnam
Right.
and fight for America. You can go to Afghanistan. You can go to Iraq. You can go to any nation on earth and fight with America and kill people, murder people really, who are innocent because they did something that America doesn't like.
Right.
But the only people you have to always forgive and love is them, is the oppressors over you. They're the ones that are actually killing you. You have to love them.
Oh.
But the ones that they say are evil,
Right.
they say Osama bin Laden is killing their people.
Right.
He's evil to them.
No.
They don't have to love him. They don't have to forgive him.
No, they loved him.
You know what I mean?
Love, so, when they were looking at him, they was like, this is love.
Right. Damn. Oh man, you even bringing it more heavy, huh? That's that Rick James love. Remember when they beat up Rick James because he stomped the couch off? He said, "What I'm gonna do?" He said, "Man, I think Rick needs some help."
Boy.
He said, "We just gave him some help. That was real love, whooping his ass." So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's they give them. They show them love. They show Iraq love by killing them. But us, we can't do the same. We're not allowed. We have to forgive that lady that killed Botham Jean in his house.
Oh, my God.
That's wrong for you to want justice, to not forgive them, to feel like they're evil. They celebrated when Obama killed Osama. I'm mixing it all up. Obama. When he killed him, the Americans celebrated it. Hillary Clinton, all that. You go look it up where Hillary Clinton was laughing when Osama bin Laden got killed. It was a celebration because they felt like he was evil. But we have to forgive them. We have to love them.
Man.
That's so evil.
Yeah, it's a lot about me.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they kill your mother, you supposed to go over there and stroke their hair now. You know, I love you.
Damn.
They just killed your mother, your father, and your brother.
Right.
You gonna go over there and stroke their hair and say, I forgive you. I love you. Oh my God.
Good night. And I know not to keep going on. So a lot of y'all out there watching, bear with us, man. Not to get long. We're gonna get back to the precepts, but I always like putting in a smaller, because sometimes the Americans doing such a big crime.
Right.
It's hard for our people to understand. You put it on a smaller scale. Just put somebody in a house, put somebody kidnapped in a basement, and then you go and kill one of the kidnapped person's mother. You kill, like you said, you kill their mother in the basement, and then you say, "Come brush my hair."
Right.
You still love me, don't you?
Right.
You ask them, don't you love me?
Right.
You forgive me, right? I just killed your mom. You forgive me?
You still love me though, right?
You're gonna go back in that basement though. You're gonna get back in that James, boy. But you love me, right?
You're right.
You still love me.
You have to love
Just
me.
make sure you love. You do love. Say it.
You have to love me.
Right. Say it out loud. That's so evil, man. That is like, if you see them like that, you could see how evil. Like, that would be a crazy villain in a movie.
Man.
You'd be like, damn, I hope he dies. I hope the hero comes and saves the day and gets them kids out of that basement, because he's making them kids tell him they love him after they just killed them, or raped their mother from him and killed them. And now they got to tell him, yeah, we love you, Big Daddy.
Christianity.
That's Christianity.
Christianity is stronger than fentanyl.
Man, that's the new flying Christ, man. It's a lock it. That's the one, man. You're right.
Christianity is stronger than fentanyl.
Put that on Facebook. I'm gonna quote you. I'm gonna steal it though right now. I'm gonna quote you. I'm one. That's it right there. Because it used to be crack, but now they on fentanyl today, and fentanyl is strong. It put people to death. People aren't dying on crack like they dying on fentanyl.
Fentanyl and shit, boy, so like it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I wouldn't even nowadays. I wouldn't even back then when I was in the world smoking weed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
In today's time, I wouldn't even trust buying no weed off the street because they can
Right.
have fentanyl in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody can, and it's not even worth it nowadays to buy. You know what I'm saying? Something, because you don't know what a person might try to call themselves upgrading something. You know what I'm saying? So you can get the best high in the world, and they don't put fentanyl in your weed. You
Right.
know? And that'd be your last puff. That'd be your last puff, boy. That's what I'm saying. People, just like you saying, just bring it down to a smaller scale. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to understand that point, people just go past that because you just let them put it high.
Right.
Man, they ain't gonna do that. Okay. You can go take that chance. Go ahead. That's where they gonna find you with that blunt still in your mouth.
Right.
While you laying down on the ground dead.
That's ridiculous.
Man.
There you go. Yep. Tag you on it. Christianity is stronger than fentanyl. That's a heavy. It's strong. Fentanyl is strong and deadly.
Boy.
A little bit.
Man.
It kill you. Christianity worse than that. That's sad. Damn, that's heavy. How you say, I'd rather be on crack than to be on Christianity.
Right.
You can imagine somebody say, I'd rather be on fentanyl than to
Wow.
be on Christianity.
Wow.
That's more dangerous
You know,
to a neighborhood.
man.
And they want to give niggas hundreds of years
Boy.
for selling fentanyl.
Right.
They should be under the jail for that.
Who created
Pushing
that?
this.
That was like a, man, where did that come from?
Fentanyl?
Yeah.
I think the Moabites, from what I understand, it might have been scientists in general, but it's coming up. Most of it's coming from Moab over here, but it's basically like I don't want to say it. You almost want to compare it to like you got an off-brand, anything. Yeah, exactly. But like you say, you got Sprite, you got Safeway Sprite, you got off-brand Sprite.
Okay.
They got a morphine and off-brand morphine.
Okay.
It's a man-made morphine, synthetic made. So
they
they made their own version of opium, basically, and it's stronger because they cooking it up themselves. And so it's just thoughts of the devil can think of this stuff.
I'm telling you, boy.
Yeah. Let's see, but yeah, we
at 20,
verse 20, huh? Yeah.
Okay, Numbers chapter 20, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Thou shalt not go through the land. And Edom came out against him with much people and with a strong hand. Verse 21. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border, wherefore Israel turned away from him. Verse 22. And the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, journeyed from Kadesh and came unto Mount Hor. Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in Mount Hor by the coast of the land of Edom, saying.
Right. So they had to go around and move around. Edom wasn't giving up, wasn't breaking. And that's to this day.
Right.
They're not gonna give up, even seeing the chariots.
Right.
Knowing the Lord has all this power, they still want to fight back, build their own UFOs, still go to war and build not Air Force, but Space Force.
Space Force.
Right, to fight against the angels because they don't back down. They're gonna ride this till the wheels fall off. They rather fight the Lord. Yeah, that's another quote. They rather fight Jesus than the freed niggas.
Wow. That's
They gonna take their shot at that.
Right.
I roll the dice on that.
Man.
You know what I mean? We gonna love these niggas? Nah. Just bring it on, Jesus. Damn it. UFO, whatever y'all got. We'd rather. If it takes us bowing down to these niggas and these spics, we'd rather go to death than to give them some type of honor and respect as humans. You know.
It's a lot here about me. It just goes back on even when Moses brought all the people out of Egypt, and then the Egyptian came to, going through when we passed through the Red Sea. To they even came back, the Lord, you know what I'm saying, he's going to give you that, that, how was I putting that out? I was basically saying, comparing it to like you saying about the Space Force. Right. The Lord has raised them up, you know what I'm saying?
They see something great. They still try to follow him. Is that what you're saying? Or
it's like
the Egyptian army still came, or what? Yeah.
Well, I was paraphrasing. How was I saying it? Even when he rose them up, and let me see, like the Space Force, they gonna try to fight the Lord coming back, and they don't even see the same. He did the same thing to Egypt, even when they thought they can, come up against the Lord, right? And Space Force X, whatever, he's raising them up to, and he's going to knock them down just like he did in Egypt. And they can't even see that, that's the same thing that's happening to this day, Right. The Lord, you know what I'm saying? The Lord gave him that knowledge to do all of this, just so he can let them know, you know what I'm saying, who the Lord is. And
Right.
He's going to, you know what I'm saying, knock them off their pedestal.
Right.
And they're going to be, you know what I'm saying, right back in, they're going to be right back the same thing. Everything is going to be destroyed because that's the hand of the Lord. He's going to let you know. I gave you that knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't even understand, you know. I gave you that knowledge, but you think you can come up against me? Lord, I'll tell you.
And I think I know the precept for that. I think it's Exodus 16. So let's see if I can find it real quick. If I can, we can keep going. 17. So I got that. But basically, when the Lord said He is given this power that He might get His glory in thee, basically. You know, it says in Romans in the 9th chapter as well, Romans 9 and 3rd, was it Romans 9 and 15, 16. Okay, but yeah, we can keep going for trying to say if I come across it. Okay, here it goes. Exodus chapter 14 and verse 17. And I behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians,
Right.
and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. Like, that's exactly what you're saying. They were following them, and they wanted to, you know, after all the plagues, after they said we're gonna let you go, they like, nah, damn that, we're not getting punked. We're gonna go get these niggas, yeah. And the Lord said, nah, I'm gonna get honor in you, all your chariots, because they were unstoppable. Everyone else couldn't stop your chariots, but once I've done it, you know it's the Lord that have done it.
Right.
Shalom to the sister Rhoda as well online. Yahweh Shemar, all right. So was that it? Yeah. Yeah, going to Hebrew. You want to take a stab at it? Yeah. All right. What time we got? Yeah, after that one. All right. Oh, this one. Okay, we can do that. Let's do it.
All right, that's going to conclude. We're going to start next week on Numbers 20, verse 24 next week. With that being said, Imagine. We're going to give one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine. Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakathum.
Yahweh Matah. We're going to give one courteous salute to the sisters out there that may be watching. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine. Barak,
Yahweh Shemar Alatham Ba'Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Matah. Class dismissed.